exactly how I made $600 inside of the stock market, trading just basic supply and demand. If you guys have been following my journey, you know that I normally trade futures, but as I'm going to explain further in this video, futures haven't really been the best. So I've been trading more of the stock market and equities. Um, and yeah, I'm going to go over the trade that I took, why I took it, and then everything like that. And then we're also going to give an update on my 0 to 200K challenge that I was going to do. I'm going to explain why or what I'm doing with that too, but you guys could probably, infer based off of what I just said about futures. So, anyways, the specific stock that I took this trade on was on ZEPP. But before we, go over the actual trade, let me go to my Robinhood account real quick just so that I can show you guys the trade. I'm actually still inside the position right now, but the position is like a guaranteed profit. Um, right now we are down back to 529. I just said 600 because it's close, and we were almost at 700 before we came back a little bit today, and now we're down like a little bit, 138, but still up. I risked $60 on this specific trade. So imagine almost $60 and now the trade's up 529. So almost a 10x on my original risk on this actual trade. So let me go to the actual stock. The stock that I was trading was ZEPP. The main reason I traded this stock was because it came up on the stock scanner. I don't use a complex scanner right now. I just use TradingView scanner, and I look for some specific criteria such as like float, the percentage is up, and then this specific stock, when I was trading it, I saw that it was at $9, number one. But number two, what I really liked about this stock was the skew. Like, we were ranging for God knows how long, ranging, and then we had this huge impulse that broke out of this huge range, like a big squeeze, and then we started pushing. So once I saw that on Monday, I was like, dang, that looks really nice. It looks like something that I can actually trade. So after that, I then went to the 4-hour time frame, and I'm basically just looking for what I like to call fair value gaps or supply and demand zones. Over here, we didn't really see any supply or demand zones. With stocks, is a little bit less like technicals are a little bit less for me, like in terms of like the pattern criteria. I more so want to see what is the stock actually doing. So this is a FVG though for me, so I just marked it off, and we had to pull back into it. This simple. And then I went to the 1-hour time frame, and now I was just simply waiting for a break of candlestick 1-hour close. So that's like my one most important rule is that on the 1 hour, I want to see that after we pull back into this level, which was 8.94, I want to see us close back above with a bullish engulfing like green candlestick. So we zoom in extra closely on here. I think on this trade I got really, I'm not gonna say lucky, but like it was really nice because this green candlestick closed above this red one. So I could get a really nice risk to reward where my stop was at 9.20 and then my entry was like right here. The rest is actually history. We opened up the next day, Tuesday. So when I got inside this trade, I sent it out in my group for free. I said I was holding overnight. And then we opened up on Tuesday. We get this huge impulsive candlestick. And then this other huge one, just the rest is history. Like the day, we just kept on pumping higher, and pumping higher. Off of no news as well. This is just like one of those stocks, since it was like it's a lower float stock. Like the float is only 7 million. That, with these low float stocks, there's a lot of volatility that happens, and it's a lower price stock as well. So we kept on pushing for the rest of the day, And then another thing that I like to do is that I don't take my full, I don't have a TP, especially in stocks. I like to get the full move. Like a lot of stocks move crazily. Like you can get some really good risk to reward. So I want to see what the market can give me. So instead of just taking like a 1 for 3 or 1 for 4 and just being out, or even taking a partial, I just trail my stops. So I'm trailing my stop on the 15 minute, and as of right now, this is like live. I don't know what's gonna be. I'll probably update the next video. My stop is right below this last 15-minute candlestick low, and we're gonna see if we come back down and break below it. So yeah, that was basically this trade. This trade was really nice. So if the trade does come back down to this 15-minute low, it'll stop me out for a almost a 1 for 7 or 1 for 6. If we keep going higher, which we can, but as you saw from yesterday, we're inching closer and closer to my stop. But if we keep going higher, we can gain potentially 1 for 16, 1 for 20 on this specific trade. So yeah, that was that trade. That's how I made that amount of money inside of a day off of that trade. It's a really nice trade. I really liked it. So now I'm just gonna go over some of the other trades that I'm also in, just really quickly. This is kind of like a live trading video as well, because another thing I forgot to mention is that I don't day trade stocks. Um, I'm very, especially right now, I'm pretty busy. I swing trade stocks instead. I've just found like swinging for me so far has been like really better, especially in terms of my schedule. So I really have been liking swing trading stocks instead of day trading them. Yeah. So let me go to this. This was another trade that popped up on the scanner that I'm inside of right now. As you can see, all my stocks that I look at look pretty similar. As you can see, like it's kind of like a huge momentum. It's kind of like a broken slot. I call it a broken slot machine. I learned it from Lance Brystein, where a stock is just moving crazily inside of a certain direction that it makes no other sense than to either buy or sell. And those are the type of trades or stocks that I like to be, a part of. Not to even catch the full moves, but just to be a part of some of it. This was another stock that appeared on the scanner. Currently inside the trade right now. We'll see what happens. We got a pullback into this 1 hour demand zone right here. Stock is the same way as a lower float stock. It's mid price, so it's like $25. And also it's a technology company. So we'll see. Not really that much news. What news? I forgot what news happened. Maintain add buy. So not really much news happening. I don't think I'm not any earnings happening either. So yeah, this is another trade I'm in. And then this is another trade I'm in that looks pretty similar to IDR. There's another stock. It's having a lot of momentum. It's a lower float stock as well. Market cap isn't too high, and it's getting a lot of volume. As of Thursday, it popped up on the scanner. I'm like, yeah, I really do like this momentum. And then I also have been eyeing crypto stocks because Bitcoin is, at all-time highs. And also, I've been looking at RGTI. I don't know, the other computer like tech stocks have not been doing like what RGTI is doing. I think RGTI had this testing for some chip thingy. Yeah, RGTI surges testing new qubit system. So I guess it was a success, and now we're seeing a surge in the price. So honestly, even though I'm already in, I only risk around 3% of my account on swings, so I'm pretty full right now inside my portfolio. But if I either get stopped up on one, if one closes, I'm gonna get, if we get a pullback on RGTI, I would look to buy, because RGTI, I've been looking at this company since like January. It's a really good company. As you can see here, like I have drawings from beforehand. I remember when it came out, not when it came out, but I remember when it was like a lot lower priced. I remember when it was like a penny stock basically, and now it's worth 16. So I think the company has a lot of potential to grow. It is it's one of the quantum computing names, other than the other one, which is quantum computing. This is another company that's in the quantum space. We haven't really been seeing a run like RGTI, but once this stock runs again too, I'll be inside of it. So yeah, so and I have gone over like the trades that I'm in, the trade that I took. Just gonna give you guys an update on the 0 to 200K futures challenge. I know I said that I would document everything, and I wrote down this entire plan and everything, but let me tell you guys something inside of the futures market right now that I'm not liking. So right now, the main assets I like to trade are gold and indices, but mainly gold. And I've been trading gold for my bad. I've been trading gold for so long that like I can see sometimes when the price action. I'm not the best now to know these things, but based on the fundamentals and just like the overall market condition, and then it being summer, and also the VIX, it's like gold hasn't really been moving. So this type of price action annoys me. Like it annoys me a lot. And I know that why would I buy a challenge, a prop firm challenge, to pass inside of a market condition that isn't favorable to me, you know? If we go back before, see, this is when I was trading gold. December to the high in April. This was like peak gold trading right here. I was catching setups like every single week, every single month. I was having like 10, 50, nah, not 15%, 10% months, 8% months. And now gold is back inside of this longer term range to either break out back down, or I think we're going to keep going higher. But it's going to take time for that to happen. It might even take until next year before we start seeing, because gold moves off of like, it moves a lot based off of extreme fear. This is what that was. Like we were getting a lot of fear inside of the economy, inside of the whole tariff situation and all of that. So gold was moving and pumping. A lot of people were trading gold. But now we're kind of in more calm waters where the market is kind of used to those headlines. They're used to Trump and um, saying certain things about the economy in terms of tariffs. We're used to all of that. So, like, it's not really moving as much. And I'm not going to trade when the market isn't really moving aggressively like how I like. The same thing, if we look at the VIX, this is basically the volatility index. Volatility is important because um, the more price moves, of course, the more money we're gonna make as traders. So if we look at the VIX, the volatility index, we can see that we're really low in terms of volume, and this is like a 6 month predictor, I think. Yeah, it predicts a couple of months inside of the future, so it's predicting for like maybe a couple months that we might be a little bit lower volume. And this is like the whole market though, the whole market. So for right now, I'm just basically saying all this to say that like I'm probably gonna be a little bit more hands off on futures. There was a certain time, I think it was December, November-ish, where the same type of price action thing was happening. Futures were like not really in play, and I took a step back to go trade stocks. And that's when I first discovered, oh, you can actually trade stocks. You could trade shares of companies and make money off that too. So for now, I'm going to be doing exactly that again until futures come back in play. And then I might come back to futures, but I'll probably trade it off of my entire account. Just trade futures there instead of going back to my actual broker. Anyways, that's my plan actually. So for now, I'll probably just do updates on my live stock account that I'm building. I took all my money from my futures account and put it inside of my stock account because I know for like the coming months, I think from just like my perspective and how I'm seeing how the economy is going, I think we're going to be a little bit less. volatile for maybe, who knows? Like, who honestly knows? But I know we're going through a period of like just less volatility. This is the dollar right now. We have seen a surge of the dollar because of PPI, so we'll see how that has shapes up too. And yeah, so I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video and this video update as well. If you guys are interested inside of trading stocks and trading futures too, and learning the strategies that I use to trade both, my free Discord is down below. I put all my trades there too, all my swing trades and everything. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys later.